Hi, I'm Lee from World Lee Journeys, and I'm here to talk to you about Tauck Small Ship Cruising. If you are looking for the very best, then Tauck is your answer. I've been a professional travel advisor for over 35 years, and really Tauck is right up there. So hang around to the end, because at the end I'll give you tips for when the best time is to book if you're interested. And let's have a look at Tauck Small Ship Cruising. So what sets it apart? How is it different? It's the intimate scale. So with Tauck, we're talking about river cruising and also the small ship ocean cruises. So with the river cruise, Tauck own their own ships and they take a maximum of about 130 passengers. Many of the other river cruise companies are taking 150 through to 200. So it's that really intimate scale. With their small ship cruising program, that's very different. They partner with other small cruising ship companies like Windstar and Silversea, Pennant, and Holland America Line is a bit of an exception, but I'll come back to that. So what they do with these companies is they charter the whole ship and they then add extras nights before and after, nights that you would need to add anyway, but they package the whole thing together so that you are on a complete package from start to finish. They'll pick you up from the airport, whether or not you've booked your airfare with them or not, that you are just completely looked after. So they have a very personal touch as well. They have one director to 35 guests, and that is the highest that I have seen with any tour company or cruise company. So with that higher level of service, they're able to look after their guests and make you feel like they just care about nothing but you having a really good time. If you're in a port and you would like to see something that's not on the itinerary, you go and speak to your Tauck director and they will do everything in their power to get you to be able to do that activity. On a Tauck river cruise and a small ship cruise, they are truly all-inclusive. You do not pay extra for excursions. You do not pay extra for premium drinks, even premium. Gratuities are all covered, so all your tips to all your guides and tour directors. There are absolutely no hidden costs with a Tauck river or small ship cruise. Now, the only exception, and we're not talking about exception to the inclusive, Holland America Line, they use for Alaska, you actually have two choices. You can do it with Silversea, which is a smaller ship, but Holland America they charter part of the ship. Holland America takes about 2,000 passengers. And the reason that they do that is Holland America owns lodges in Denali National Park. So if you're wanting to do an extension into Denali National Park after an Alaskan Inside Passage cruise, then you can only do that with Holland America Line or Princess, but they don't partner with Princess. So that is the reason for that one. But just to clarify, all across the board there, all inclusive, you do not pay for anything extra on a Tauck river or a small ship cruise. So it's a really nice way to just pay one upfront price and just know you'll be looked after. So also what comes with a Tauck package that's different to others are after hours entry to really major sites. So the Sistine Chapel, for example, you'll be in small groups of maximum 40 people, and you could have the Sistine Chapel all to yourself or maybe sharing it with one other Tauck group. But they wait until the crowd, you either get access early in the morning before it opens or access in the evening afterwards. So that's something really special and very rare. Private tastings in vineyards where the owners pour vintages that are not on the public menus. So again, very exclusive. We said they do the best. Hidden harbours that come with being on a small ship, they're able to dock closer to the town centres, which means you step off straight away. You're not wasting time being transferred backwards and forwards on a bus, and you're able to step into your experience much faster. So some highlights for 26 to 27. Sakura Seas, so that is Japan and South Korea. So that is sold to the cherry blossoms and then via a bullet train. They have an Iceland expedition. So with one, think Zodiac landings, lava fields, thermal baths with naturalists. The naturalists are all traveling with you the entire time, so you get to talk to them afterwards. They'll eat dinner with you and be in the bar and there to chat. So it's a real learning experience. And then for 26, 27, another highlight is the Arctic and the Northern Lights, which is already waitlist only for 2026. So if that's on your bucket list, 2027 is when you'd be looking at booking for. Other bucket list voyages, Mediterranean, they do the Adriatic, Greek islands, Italian coast, the Galapagos. This is on my bucket list, close up to wildlife. This image is actually from the Galapagos. So they have the zodiacs that take you right. You can see how close you're getting there to the nature. Alaska Inside Passage. They do Glacier Bay, Holland America Line or Silver Star for that. But remembering that the Holland America Line, they don't charter the whole ship. They charter a special part of it, and they still include all of the talc extras, and you have special functions that are just for talc passengers, but you are on a bigger ship for Alaska unless you choose the Silver Sea option that doesn't include the Denali National Park extension. Antarctica, once in a lifetime polar landings with expert-led talks. So they are with Penant, and you get lots of ice time. So you don't want to be on a huge ship in Antarctica because they'll only allow 100 people to be on the ice at any one time. So if you're on a large ship, you're going to get very, very limited time. So Antarctica is definitely a small ship destination. Top rivers for 26 to 27, the Danube, Amsterdam to Budapest. The Rhine, so the Rhine is for Netherlands, Germany and into France. So you'll see castles and vineyards and lots of medieval little towns and gorges. It's beautiful. The Seine or the Seine is Paris to Normandy. So that there is all about Monet country and D-Day history. The Rhone and the Saône are in the south of France. I've done this one just recently. That is the Provence and the Burgundy region. So again, through vineyards, and it's just such a beautiful part of France. We had the most amazing time. And I've also done the Douro just recently, very fortunate. That is in Portugal. Portugal, the Douro River is a smaller river. Ships are smaller, so it's a very intimate experience. And we just loved Portugal, so I can highly recommend that one. What to pack? Light layers. So a base, and then a sweater that you can put over the top if it's a little bit cooler, and a packable rain jacket. I learnt that lesson the hard way, but just your layers that you can build up. Walking shoes, real tread for the cobblestones, because a lot of the places you're in are historical and maybe not so flat. So having two pairs is also a good idea, so that if my hair gets wet or whatever. On board, it's smart casual. You do not need to dress to the nines unless you want to. They will let you know if there is a hosted night. So maybe one better outfit, but you don't have to if you don't want to. During the day, the essentials that you'll need are a day pack, your sun gear, you'll need an EU adapter and a reusable water bottle, because they are all about sustainability, but usually they will give you one on board if you don't have your own. So the talc difference, it's about the service. One talc director to every 35 passengers. So as I said, I have never seen that ratio, and that is how they're able to look after their customers in the very best way. Guest count is anywhere from 130 on a river cruise up to around about 700 on a Silver Sea cruise, and the only exception to that is Holland America Line for Alaska, if you're wanting to do that Denali National Park extension that only Holland America Line and Princess have access to. 100% gratuities are included. So that's your excursions, your drinks, your gratuity, and your Wi-Fi. On a talc river cruise or a small ship cruise, everything is included. You do not pay a single thing more, which is a really nice way to travel because you can just get on with enjoying it. Why talc couples love talc? So on our last cruise, a director handed me a map for a sunrise walk with a cafe suggestion, because they've been to these places many times. And then when we came back, they had made a small batch of grappa. So Talc goes the extra mile daily. They call it Talc Delights. They're looking to delight you every single day. So if you're looking for that type of experience, then you've definitely found it with Talc. Refined vibe, easy connections, and unhurried days. It's a really nice way to travel. So if you're ready to sail, you need to book early for 2026 and 2027. Some I have sold out already due to limited space. If you're not sure where to go, you can ask me for a brochure. I'm happy to send you that. And then have a look at, is it a cultural experience that you're looking for, or is it a nature experience that you're looking for? Because there are destinations that lean more one way or the other. So nature first, Iceland, Alaska, Galapagos. Culture, Japan. Shoulder seasons, which is off-peak, so just off-peak, offer fewer crowds and milder weather. So it's a nice time to travel. So we would love for you to support this channel by giving us the thumbs up and subscribing to our channel so that you're notified for future videos. It motivates us to produce more of this kind of content. So subscribe to us. If you're ready to start your journey, you can do that. You can join our VIP club where you'll get a $200 credit towards your next holiday. I'll put the link to that down below in the show notes. And we have more videos coming up as well. So some of them may have already been made. So I'll link whatever has been made down the bottom. But what makes small ship cruising different, what makes expedition cruising different, and also luxury cruising as well, of which Talc is one of those. So thank you for joining us and hope to see you next time. Bye.